welcome everybody here to episode 4 of YWC Smackdown. I'm Christopher Pierce, back behind the mic for a second week. The commissioner of Smackdown, Seth Cole, at home recovering due to the attack last week by the Raw General Manager Michael Norman, as we get set here for Rusev to take on two mystery opponents in a handicap match. Oh my goodness. Well, I think we could have it be a one-on-one matchup and it would be a handicap matchup. The Big Show is one member of the tag team that will take on the New Day for the tag team titles apparently next week at Night of Champions. But the question is, who's his partner? He may not need a partner. Oh my goodness. The world's largest tag team is back together as the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, is the Big Show's tag team partner. Oh, Rusev's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. And there's the bell, and Rusev will start things off with the Big Show. Now keep in mind, this gives us two answers. Number one, this shows us the tag team that Seth Cole was talking about, as there's a backbreaker there by the Big Show. The tag team that will take on the New Day for the tag team titles at Night of Champions. The world's largest tag team. Plus, this also shows us the tag team that Rusev has to beat in this handicap match. Nice belly to belly. The strength of Rusev shown off there for Rusev to have a chance of being the number one contender for Apollo Crews U.S. Championship, to battle for that championship at Night of Champions next week. Oh my goodness, and the Big Show just manhandling Rusev. Oh, and a kick right into the sternum area. And now just walking over Rusev. Well, Rusev wanted to battle for the title, the U.S. title at Night of Champions. Seth Cole agreed as long as Rusev could win this 2-on-1 handicap match, but like I said, you could put him against one of these two men and it would still be a handicap matchup. Now the Big Show and Mark Henry have to tag each other in and out. Rusev's got nobody in his corner. Oh my word, what a suplex there. That was almost like a suplex slam. He kind of reversed it around. Oh, and an overhead suplex to the Big Show. Rusev definitely showing his strength right here, lifting the 7-foot giant. And it looked like that was a hip toss right there. And now the Big Show, I think the Big Show's angry. There's a drop toe hold, bringing Rusev to the mat. Rusev going to fight out of it. And another overhead suplex. And here, oh, I thought he was going for the pin. He probably would have been smart to do so. And the Big Show with a big left hand staggers Rusev. And there's a knee to the gut. Later on tonight, folks, as well, Apollo Crews will put his U.S. title on the line against Antonio Cesaro. So the question of who will be the U.S. champ heading into Night of Champions. If Rusev can win this, he could go against Apollo Crews or Antonio Cesaro, depending on who wins that matchup. Big Show off the ropes again. Was going for something and decided against it instead. Killed his own momentum. And now a boot right to the throat. Referee's got to stop that. That's almost literally a chokehold, as now Rusev's down in the corner. We've yet to see the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, get into this matchup. Oh, and a headbutt right to the back of the head, right down around the lower neck. And now here comes the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, in for the first time. Also tonight, we will be having a 6-pack challenge to determine the 6th and final entrant into the YWC World Heavyweight Championship ladder match at Night of Champions. Already we've got Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor, there's a rake of the eyes, as well as Dean Ambrose, Brock Lesnar, Bray Wyatt, due to winning last week's main event, is now in that matchup, and we will be finding out who will be the final participant to battle for the World Heavyweight Championship in 1 week on YWC Night of Champions. And boy, a lot of Back body drops there by Rusev. There's a clubbing blow right to the back of the head. And now Mark Henry looking for something, and a reversal by Rusev. Rusev's definitely holding his own. Oh my goodness, and a kick up there by Mark Henry. The big man showing off his athletic ability. Oh, and there's a knee right to the gut. For Rusev, he's just got to keep one opponent in the ring. He can't allow them to keep tagging each other in and out, coming in fresh. Because keep in mind, Rusev's got absolutely no one to tag. Here's the pin. 1, and a kick out at 1. So Rusev says, now you're not going to put me away that easily. Oh, and there's a side Russian leg sweep. And the interesting thing here, too, is that Rusev, you know, you think that under most circumstances, not knowing who the opponent is, and there's a clothesline, he wouldn't accept a handicap matchup. But he was more than willing to do this, and there's the cover. Referees count at 2 and a kick out by Rusev. But after he saw these two behemoths walking down the ramp, I'm wondering if he might have second-guessed himself. Oh my goodness, what a power slam by Mark Henry. Here's the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And with each cover, Rusev's taking longer and longer to kick out, so that's showing the signs of fatigue. There's a go behind. So Rusev going for here. Oh my goodness, a German suplex. Beautifully executed. Rusev, the Bulgarian brute. Bulgaria, not that terribly far from Germany, so German suplex seems rather fitting for one of his moves. And now Rusev sent into the wrong corner again, and here comes the Big Show. The Big Show jumps over the rope. You know, Rusev, I'm certain, wasn't too happy to see these two men walking down the ramp, but oh, what do we go for here? Oh my goodness, Rusev's own move! Rusev's own move, the accolade! The accolade in on Rusev, playing some mind games as the Big Show. He releases the hold, but that was Rusev's own submission the Big Show had in on him. And now a slam right down to the mat. But going back to what I was saying, oh wait a minute, we might have a cover here. We might have a cover here. Big Show in for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. So going back to what I was saying, Rusev, I'm certain, was not happy to see these two giants come into the ring, as there's a overhead belly-to-belly suplex and a headbutt. But I'm certain the New Day is not exactly too thrilled knowing that these are the two men they're going to have to go up against. Oh my goodness, almost an angle slam, another suplex there by Rusev. But the Big Show and Mark Henry, they'll be taking on the New Day at Night of Champions for the YWC World Tag Team Championships. And there's a clothesline by Rusev. And another headbutt. And the Big Show with a spear. A spear out of absolutely nowhere. That could have done it. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Rusev manages to stay alive after the Big Show spear. And here comes Mark Henry looking for World's Strongest Slam, and he will hit it. Big Show not able to get to his corner. He's walking in place. And there's the 3 count. That'll do it. Rusev will not be the #1 contender for the U.S. title. Big Show and Mark Henry, big momentum heading into Night of Champions. So the world's largest tag team get the job done here tonight. Don't go away. Coverage continues here live on SmackDown. And welcome back, everyone, here to YWC Smackdown as we get ready for women's tag team action. The #1 contender for Charlotte's YWC Women's Championship, Brie Bella, making her way to the ring, being accompanied by her sister Nikki. And here comes the champ. In just about 4 days, Charlotte will be putting her YWC Women's Championship on the line against Brie Bella, but tonight they are partners against Golden Fire, who's trying to get back on track. And here comes one half of Golden Fire, Summer Rae, and of course, Brie Bella, along with her sister Nikki, already own a victory over Golden Fire. Charlotte, this will be the first time on YWC Smackdown that she will face off against this team. And here comes Red Everything, Eva Marie. I don't know if you can abuse a substance policy in a video game, but of course the real Eva Marie suspended 30 days for violating the wellness policy. And here we go, we're underway. Brie Bella gonna start things off with Summer Rae, starts it immediately off with a DDT. And you can see Nikki Bella there on the outside, cheering on her sister. And Nikki Bella will more than likely be ringside for the title match in Night of Champions between Brie Bella and Charlotte. And another DDT by Brie. That could do it right off the bat. Surprised Brie didn't go for the pin there. 2 rapid DDTs. And there's a hip toss. Eva Marie trying to get involved, a distraction there, and Summer Rae with a go behind, a snapmare takedown by Brie Bella. And a rake of the eyes by Summer Rae, and a flying forearm takes Brie Bella down, and Summer Rae looks like she's going to go for the early cover. There's the pin. 1, and a kick out at 1. So you got to wonder if, oh my goodness, wow. Almost, well, I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Just delivers the face to the mat. Kind of almost a modified bulldog in a way. And here comes Eva Marie. Here comes the champ. This face off, and Eva Marie not backing down, delivers a right hand directly to Charlotte, and now Charlotte with a headlock, and oh, what should go for here? Oh, brings Eva Marie down, oh, and wrenches right into the leg, and Eva Marie with a kick to the face. So you gotta wonder if with Nikki Bella being there along at ringside, oh my goodness. Face right to the mat, almost a modified Bella Buster, and now delivers Eva Marie's face down to the canvas again. If Nikki's going to prove a distraction, and could be kind of a ace in the hole for Brie Bella. Oh, and a forearm by Brie, and I think Brie tagged herself in. Charlotte didn't look exactly thrilled about that. And here's a submission, abdominal stretch, and Summer Rae in to break up that submission hold. Charlotte didn't look exactly all that thrilled, and oh, there's a drop kick by Eva Marie. And Charlotte is not at the ring apron. She's not gotten up on the ring apron. Oh my goodness, there's a kind of a, well, I don't know what you'd call it. It's like a Kevin Owens kind of move. A Kevin Owens swanton bomb kind of, and there's a punch to the gut. Oh, and now Nikki up on the ring apron, causing a distraction for the referee. Here's the cover, and the referee never even got to be able to make the count. So Nikki didn't really exactly help her sister out right there, as Brie sends Eva into the corner. And Eva down, and here's a boot right to the throat. And where's Brie going? To the outside, over the ropes, and a splash from the outside into the ring, right on top of Eva Marie. That could be it. 1, 2, and that's it. The match is over. Summer Rae tried to break up the pinfall, was not there in time, and Brie Bella and Charlotte will pick up the victory. Well, they win tonight together. In 4 days, they will be opponents with Charlotte's gold on the line. What's going to happen at Night of Champions? We'll find out. Coverage continues here from SmackDown in just a moment. And what a month it has been for Apollo Crews. The United States champion has been a fighting champion without a doubt. He's put on his title against the likes of Rusev, Kevin Owens, and tonight he will face the Swiss Superman. And of course you gotta wonder too, Rusev unsuccessful in his 2-on-1 handicap match earlier tonight. So therefore we don't exactly have a #1 contender heading into Night of Champions. Now I can only assume if Cesaro was able to win the gold tonight, then Apollo Crews would actually be the #1 contender in a rematch at Night of Champions. But what if Apollo Crews wins? So the United States Championship on the line again. This will be the 3rd week that Apollo Crews has defended his title. He won the title at the very first debut episode of YWC Smackdown in a Battle Royal. And tonight may be his greatest test of strength yet. And we're underway. Cesaro versus Crews. One of these men, oh my goodness, a swinging neckbreaker there by Apollo Crews. One of these two men will be heading into Night of Champions, Cesaro with a suplex, as the United States champion. Question is, who will it be? And we have seen such tremendous heart and determination out of Apollo Crews ever since he won the title. As mentioned, beating Kevin Owens last week, beating Rusev the week before, and having to do it all by winning a Battle Royal, a 6-man Battle Royal, 3 weeks ago. And there's a power slam by Apollo Crews. Like I stated, if there's one man that can maybe match Apollo Crews with athletic ability and strength, it would be Cesaro. But right now, Cesaro's being taken to court by Apollo Crews. Oh, and there's a flying knee right to the face. And a kick up by Apollo Crews, who is fired up. And there's an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Oh, and there's a drop kick that missed. And Cesaro, power slam, power bomb. Wow, beautiful maneuver there. Now we'll go behind a side Russian leg sweep. And now the champ is in trouble. What's Cesaro going to go for here? Instead, reversal. Cesaro sent into the corner. And there's a shoulder right to the gut, courtesy of Apollo Crews. Oh, and Apollo off the ropes, flying crossbody. Going for clothesline, misses. And there's the uppercut by Cesaro. Not certain it found all of its mark. And there's another overhead belly-to-belly by Apollo Crews. And it looks like he might be going for a submission here. He is going for a submission. Submission hold on Cesaro. And Cesaro fights out of it. YWC Smackdown certainly has a stacked card for Night of Champions. Charlotte defending her title against Brie Bella. A 6-man ladder match for the championship. As a matter of fact, we've actually got some information. Oh, wait a minute. Suplex into a bridge and only a 1 count. The men that will be fighting in that matchup, and the 6th one we will determine in our main event tonight, so don't go anywhere. But they will actually be fighting for a briefcase that will be hanging above the ring. And that briefcase will signify the title, at least for the moment. With Raw and SmackDown splitting here in the YWC, each brand is going to have their own championship belt, but the SmackDown championship belt is not yet ready to be unveiled. And so therefore, oh, there's another suplex there by Cesaro. And a jawbreaker by Crews. So the men will not be fighting for a title belt. They will not be reaching for a title belt when they get to the top of the ladder at Night of Champions. Instead, they will be fighting for a briefcase, which will signify the title. And when the title is ready to be unveiled, it will be presented to the winner of that ladder match. Also mentioned earlier on tonight that Seth Cole is at home recuperating after the vicious attack suffered last week at the hands of Raw General Manager Michael Norman. And here's a bear hug in on Cesaro. A bear hug submission. Will Cesaro tap out to the bear hug? Cruz has it in tight and then drops Cesaro right down to the mat, almost a power slam way. And Cesaro going with an uppercut in the corner, lifts Cruz up. What's he gonna go for? Oh my goodness, almost like a snake eyes into the turnbuckle. Cruz recovered quickly though, and a kick to the back of the leg. We'll be seeing Seth Cole in action at Night of Champions. A superstar's contract is on the line as he will take on Michael Norman in a no-holds-barred matchup. And a bow and arrow submission by Cesaro. Will Apollo Crews tap out? And Crews with a reversal. One of these two men, German suplex, will head into Night of Champions as the United States Champion. But the question is, who will they face? And Cesaro looks like he might be going for a pin here. Shoots the half, hooks the leg, one, and a kick out at one. And Cruz, oh, there's his finishing maneuver. The spinning power bomb. Here's the cover, 1, 2, 3, it's over. Apollo Crews is heading to Night of Champions as your U.S. champion. A well-fought victory for Apollo Crews, but now the question is, who is the #1 contender going to be?
Excuse me, please, if I could just have your attention for just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it has come to my attention that in the events of what has taken place here tonight, that Apollo Crews, you need an opponent for the first YWC pay-per-view of Night of Champions. Now, I thought that maybe Rusev would get the job done tonight against Mark Henry and The Big Show. That didn't pan out. And I gave Antonio Cesaro an opportunity just now to be able to defeat you for the title belt, which you successfully retained. So, we're starting to run out of people to put in the ring with you for you to defend your title against. And I figured that probably being Night of Champions, it's a big stage feel, big show, and you probably want to defend it against somebody special. So I just got off the phone a couple of minutes ago with a certain superstar, and while he hasn't made an appearance yet on YWC Smackdown, I offered him the opportunity to be able to come temporarily to SmackDown. He hasn't been signed to a full-time contract. He's just here for a little while, and I asked him if he would like to take you on in a United States Championship match at Night of Champions. Now, he said that he had to take time to consider my offer, but after maybe a few seconds of deliberation, he came back with this reply. Yes. 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 Yes.
What the? Oh my goodness! It's Daniel Bryan! The Yes Movement has come to SmackDown! Daniel Bryan is the #1 contender for the U.S. Championship at Night of Champions! The ultimate underdog, but certainly the beloved fan favorite. He's here! This crowd absolutely ecstatic as their hero Daniel Bryan will be fighting for U.S. gold. Just drink it in. Daniel Bryan is on SmackDown and is going to Night of Champions. And welcome back everybody to YWC Smackdown as we get ready for our main event, a 6-pack challenge to determine the final participant in the YWC World Heavyweight Championship ladder match in 4 nights at Night of Champions. And here comes the inspirational Bo Dallas. Big opportunity here tonight for one of these 6 men. And here comes Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil, big man, former football player for the Florida Gators. He may have a slight size advantage in tonight's matchup. We will see. But talk about a guy who is a fighter, an underdog, Dolph Ziggler, or as I like to call him, Ziggle Piggle Pigglypop. On his way to the ring. All it takes is one zigzag and Ziggler could be going to Night of Champions. You'd have to think that a ladder match would favor Dolph Ziggler with the way that he wrestles and his athletic ability.
You know it.
Could also favor this man, Zack Ryder, the internet champion. We had the yes movement just moments ago with the returning Daniel Bryan. Here's the woo 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 movement. And here we go, this matchup is underway. Titus O'Neil, and I apologize, I called this a 6-pack challenge. This indeed is not a 6-pack challenge. I was given misinformation. This is a fatal 4-way for the final spot in the World Heavyweight Championship ladder match. Not certain why I was told it was a 6-pack challenge, but there's a bulldog by Bo Dallas. Zack Ryder squaring off with Titus O'Neil, and there's a sit-down powerbomb by Bo Dallas, who's squaring off with Dolph Ziggler. The way this works in a fatal 4-way match, first pin, first submission. The winner goes on to Night of Champions. And Titus O'Neil with a power slam to Zack Ryder. Bo Dallas and Dolph Ziggler with a collar and elbow tie-up. Oh, and there's a, well, I really don't know what you call that. It's a face to the mat by Bo Dallas. Nothing pretty, just in-your-face smash mouth. Oh, and Zack Ryder with a belly-to-belly overhead on the big man, Titus O'Neil. And there's a leg drop right across the throat. Dolph Ziggler working over Bo Dallas over there on the far side of the ring. And here come the multiple elbows. And Ziggler with the flying elbow to finish it off. Ziggler looks fired up. And Titus O'Neil with a kick to the back. And oh my goodness, almost an arm breaker kind of there to Bo Dallas. And there's a power slam by Titus O'Neil. How soon do you go for the pin? How soon do you go for the cover to try and win this matchup? With it being a fatal 4-way and being 2-on-2, your likelihood of sneaking a pinfall in is pretty good. And I thought maybe Zack Ryder might go for the pinfall there, but instead brings Titus O'Neil back up to his feet and swings him into the corner. And now Titus with a reversal and a shoulder to the gut. And Bo Dallas looking good right now. Elbows. Oh my goodness, elbows right into the shoulder of Dolph Ziggler. Repeated elbows. And there's an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. I thought he might go for the bridge, and there's the elbow. Oh, we got submission. Bow and arrow submission, and Bo Dallas, fortunately having his wits about him, broke that up, saving the matchup for not only Dolph Ziggler, but for himself, and Ziggler with a flying clothesline. Titus O'Neil with a pin. Ref, there's a pin, there's a cover, and it's quickly broken up by Dolph Ziggler. So I was kind of thinking that if someone got a submission, or a pin or a submission, oh, roll up! There's the cover, and nope, and there's a cover. 2, 3, is that it? Was that 2? That was 2. I thought that was 3. Titus O'Neil nearly getting the pinfall there. And oh, Bo Dallas with a clothesline on Zack Ryder right in the corner. Bo Dallas and Titus O'Neil for the moment working together, and there's a power slam to Dolph Ziggler, courtesy of Titus O'Neil. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Zack Ryder now in the corner, as Bo Dallas and Titus O'Neil appear to be double teaming Dolph Ziggler now. Ziggler with a reversal, knee to the gut. And now Zack Ryder enters the fray, and now he'll square off with Bo Dallas. Ziggler now gets an arm breaker, courtesy of Titus O'Neil. And O'Neil, oh my goodness, a suplex into a, I don't know what that was, like a splat. I'll call it a splat. Oh, and a sit-down powerbomb by Bo Dallas. Will he go for the pin on Zack Ryder? He should. And Ziggler dropped to the canvas, and Titus is going for the pin. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and broken up by Bo Dallas. That alliance went away quickly. Oh, going for a panhandle slam is Titus O'Neil, and brings him to the mat. Oh, we got a pin, and it's a 2 count. Zack Ryder kicks out. You gotta have your head on a swivel here. As to the referee, here's the cover. 1, 2. Is that it? That's it. 3. Titus O'Neil pins Dolph Ziggler. He's going to the ladder match at Night of Champions. So Titus O'Neil gets it done here tonight on SmackDown. He will join the other 5 competitors at Night of Champions with a chance of being YWC World Heavyweight Champion. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys at Night of Champions here on YWC. Till then, good night.